Good morning. Good morning. Dr. Wilson, members of the Board of Trustees, former trustee members, faculty, staff, students, friends, alumni, everybody so attending, I want to welcome you to Alabama State University. I have been known to give a lot of speeches, but I can assure you today, because I know what the occasion is, this speech will be brief. And I know, I was telling the president just a few minutes ago, I know why it's so crowded. I know why some people can't get in. I told him when I was speaking, I would draw a crowd. Starting off, and I want this to count against my speech, is something that I would like to do because I was challenged that I could not do it and should not do it. But at this time, I would like to ask all of the graduates to please stand. Now remain standing. Remain standing, and I want you to do something. I want you to pull out your phone. I know all of you got one today, absolutely. Now I want everyone to do this, that what I was told I couldn't do. I want you to take a selfie. Okay. Now some of you taking 2 and 3. It's not going to look any better after the first one. You may have a seat. You may be seated. Come on, it's not going to get any better. It's the same photo, okay? The picture that you just took, that I was challenged by Trustee Hunter, that I was too old to take a selfie. The picture you just took is something that I want you to keep for the rest of your life. You can share it if you like, but it's not for other people, it's for you. And as you took your picture, I did it for a reason, because I have the class of 1967 that I want to recognize here today. And I know that in 67, when they had a graduation, I know that we wish that we had selfies then. But I want you to, when you come back on your 50th anniversary, to have that selfie and remind yourself of today. Today, graduates, it's about you. This is your moment. Absolutely one of the most important moments in your life. Today matters. Today is important. For roughly every 100 people in this world, 7 college degrees. See, I've already answered one of the great mysteries of life for you. You've always known that you were special. Now you know why. Only 7 of 100 people have college degrees. That does make you very special. But what also makes you special, it is responsibility. And you have shown that you have responsibility. If you're not the ones who rise above the bickering, the small-mindedness that led humanity to better places, then who will? And you thought paying off student loans was a burden. I know it. I felt the same way. I just placed the future of the human race on your shoulders. But it's true. What kind of world would we live in will be determined by you, because you will be the ones to make those decisions. How do you meet this responsibility? For starters, you do things differently than those who came before you. The challenges we face today exist because they remain unresolved. And you can resolve them. You have shown that you can do that. But you have to do something. You have to do something different. If you expect better outcomes, you have to make certain that you do something different. And there will be new challenges we cannot even fathom today. And they will also fall to you to take what you have learned at this historic institution and along with your life experience, find the answers to the great questions of your time. Let me say something this. No one owes you anything. Let me say this once again. Nobody owes you anything. I keep hearing the media and others talk about the millennium. I hear the pundits say that you all believe the world owes you something, that your parents still owe you something, that future employers owe you something, that the government owes you something. But I'm here to tell you today, no one owes you anything. You have a debt to pay to you, and you are beginning to pay that debt today as you take responsibility for what you're doing. You did not make this far by believing or functioning like someone owed you something. When you came to ASU, you soon realized that without hard work, you would not be able to go far. From the classroom to the boardroom and everywhere in between, you realized that becoming an adult, living the real world, was real hard. You realized that being disciplined and taking true responsibility was real hard. But you fought against the challenges because you met the responsibilities, you attended class, you did all of the things that's necessary. I hope that you understand that the world is changing. You must know, waking up and watching the news every day, that we are living in strange times. When lies become alternative facts and we start to make the normal, something has gone terribly wrong. I ask you to take nothing for granted and know that nothing is owed to you. No one owed the Marion Nine anything, but they formed over 150 years ago to start what's known as now the Alabama State University. But they didn't feel like anybody owed them anything. They decided what they wanted to do and they took action. They took responsibility. No one owed Joanne Robinson anything, but she made hundreds of copies that changed the Montgomery bus boycott and helped to change the world. No one owed anything, but we fought for funding that we felt that we deserved for Alabama State University and spent over 20-some years in federal court to make certain that we would have facilities like this and all of the new facilities that we have on campus as well as new programs. But most of all, ladies and gentlemen, to do anything, it takes courage, and that's another thing I want to mention to you. It will take courage to be yourself, to not limit yourself by what is expected of you after all. What is expected of you is to do the same thing those before you did, the things that didn't work. Each and every one of you see the world through a different set of eyes than the eyes of those of us that came before you. That is your greatest gift and talent, your individual and unique perspective. You have something different to offer to Alabama State. You have something different to offer to this world. But I challenge you, you have it to offer, but it takes courage. It takes courage to do what you know is right. Because you know, just like I do, there's some people that you left behind because they didn't think that they should go to college. There's some people that you left on the block back in your neighborhood because they didn't prepare themselves. It takes courage to do what's right. Don't let the timid, and you're going to always have the timid will always be among us, just like the weak will always be among us. But the timid will always be among us. But don't let them stop you from being bold, telling you what you can't do or what they're afraid to do. With your talent, don't be afraid to do anything. Have the courage to do things differently. This change is not only for those who seek positions of public leadership, but for everyone. What you choose to do in life does matter. It is what defines the future. Now pick up your phone that you just took the picture. Look at the picture that you just took. Look at that picture. See the person in the picture. Are you looking at the person? Okay. That is the only person in the world who matters when it comes to deciding what you do with your life. You cannot be what someone else wants you to be. You have to be who you choose to be in life. That is keeping it real. You received a first-class education at the Alabama State University. As part of this university, you can see further than most because you truly stand on the shoulder of giants that came before you. The giants who have walked the grounds of this hallowed institution stands like no others in the world. For you to become the giant of those who follow you, you must stand for who you are and what you believe in is right, no matter who disagrees. And you have some tall shoulders to stand on. Many people have sacrificed much for you to be able to be here today. Okay, I have introduced you today. I have introduced you to your responsibility in this world. Only 7 out of every 100 people on this planet have sat where you're sitting right now. There can be no doubt, if not you, who? And I've told you that you need courage. You might ask, the courage to do what? And I'm sure that's what's lingering in your mind. And I'm one that like to be honest. I'm not going to mislead you. The courage to do what? My answer to that today is I don't know. But it's up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to anyone else to tell you. It is strictly up to you. As of today, it is no longer about doing what you're told. It's about you making that decision. It is your judgment that matters, and it's your judgment we will depend on. You must decide the cross of your calling, whether the means choosing a path in life or cutting a new one for others to follow. As part of your education, we have tried to teach you where not to step. We want you to avoid walking into the holes we have already discovered and having the scars to prove it. What we cannot tell you is where you should walk in life. There's only one person who can decide your direction, the direction that takes you toward your chosen destination. Who is that person? You're right. You're right. The person is the picture you took today. I've narrowed it down to all things racing through your head right now to one very simple question. Looking at the picture on your phone, what does that person believe is important to do in life? The only thing that matters about the choice you make is that you choose what you truly believe matters, and you make matters work or better. That also happens to be where you find happiness. There are obstacles you will face in life. Some obstacles exist for the worst reason. Some based on hate. Some exist for the purpose of making certain you succeed only as much as someone else might think appropriate. Obstacles will also exist because doing the things that matter means doing things that are not easy. Those will exist. They will always exist in one form or another. There will always be obstacles. So I ask you, and I see your hand, what do you want to focus on? What's your chosen definition? It matters because what you chose to see when you open your eyes each morning is what you will become. If you focus on obstacles, you will become the obstacle yourself. But if you focus on what really matters, your purpose in life, the destination you choose because it matters to you, that is how you reach your destination. Obstacles won't matter because obstacles can block your way. In closing, I'm going to tell you why I want you to keep this picture. I'm going to borrow something from a man who put the phone in your pocket, Steve Jobs. Keep your photograph with you always. Look at it every day or once a week. But when you look at the photograph, ask yourself, since you last looked at that picture, what have you done to accomplish what the person in the picture decided mattered in life? It's an opportunity to refocus, to keep yourself on the course you set. And if you find that too many times the answer to what you have done to accomplish what matters is for you in life is not satisfactory, then it's time to change what you're doing in life. Never fear changing course to get on course. Stay focused on why the course in life for you matters, not the obstacles that may be in your way. And I believe you will accomplish what matters to you in this world. I am optimistic because you have taken that picture today But you come back here 50 years and look at that picture, you'll be able to say what accomplishments you've made. You'll be able to say that I had the courage of the Marion Nine. You'll be able to say that I had the courage of Joanne Robinson. You'll be able to say that I have been able to do something to make Alabama State proud, but also to make me proud, to make my family proud, and everybody that I represent. You will be able to say that I have exemplified courage. You will be able to say that I am proud to be a 2017 graduate, of the Alabama State University. And I will come back, and I will come back, and I will come back, and I will give all my talents and everything that I have to the Alabama State University. It is a great time to be